Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to cover my year-to-date dividend holdings, which we haven't gone over in some time. The channel's been more focused on options and whatnot, but it's still gone pretty well. We're still averaging close to what we were last year. Not quite as much, but it's basically 34,000 year-to-date with basically 3 months left in the year. So let's go over that because the Schwab account with the view that it has, basically, this was our last week that we're going to have that. It's because the money has moved to Fidelity. So let's go over that, and then we'll review the $50,000 strategy for income when it comes to Fidelity's 4% money markets that are paid on cash collateral from the wheel strategy, selling cash secured puts. So let's go right into the dividend portfolio over here. Okay, so what we've got on Schwab here, this is going to be the year to date. So the most recent dividends we got, we're still averaging, at least between 2,000 and 3,000 a month. So, and these are nice little passive income streams here. You'll see $9 from Alti, $20.90 from YMAG, 12.34 from QQQY, and then of course a big one, 24.06. This was a nice big fat one on Tesla, 24.06. So this is like, basically passive income. 12.24 from QQQY, 9.89 from YMAG, another 9.13 from Alti the week before. Of course, some of these are weekly, as we know. And then Clip, 44, TQQQ, $2.45. I just sold TQQQ. Misty was $101. YMAG the week before was 15. And see, Alti's paying me every week. So I do like that, the fact that Alti pays every week. Then, of course, you've got XYZY, which I just sold XYZ stock. I was doing the dividend wheel, so I was using the YieldMax funds to buy into their underlying counterpart. Hey, welcome. So June Universe references yesterday's crash. I was actually off, so I didn't really follow it too much, but I did see that it was pretty ugly. How do I feel about Granite Shares YSPY and TQQY? So YSPY, huh? Well, I spy a quick review coming on YSpy. Yield Boost. Separate video on Yield Boost. Yield Boost is risky. It's got basically the strategy with the puts and the multiple legged options. So, we'll look into that more in another video. But so far, I'd say the jury's still out. So let's do this here. So year to date here, basically I said 34,000. It's 3,000, or excuse me, 33,815.45. Monthly average is about 28.18. And we've still got basically 2 months left in the year before the transfer. Basically, we receive pretty much all the dividends that we're going to get for the month of October. So we'll have to update this by the end of the year. But obviously, January was 4,689. February was 4,173. March was down to 3,064. And then by April and May, it looked like the dividends were recovering basically what they were in 2024, but not quite. They didn't quite get back to that. We had 37.16 in April and then 48.58 in May, which was our best month. And then June, July, and August, it got lower and lower, with September being our lowest month. We rebounded a little bit in October, but the dividend income is almost down by half from what it was in January. Of course, as you all know, we're not as focused on dividend income here. I know it gets the views, but lately I'm not as focused because when I'm making the money I make trading options, I'm not as focused on the dividend income, but it still is another what I call full-time source here. Let's see what we got here. TSYY. We'll look at that too. That's probably better. Honestly, I think TSLP, the curve fund, is also very well close to where it was in the underlying. With the underlying going up, it's very close to where it was originally, and it's paid out a super high dividend. Let's see. Oh, I love this name, Dividend Sith. Yes, TSYY, looking for an index to follow, consistently paying with low NAV decays. That's what everybody wants. Yield boost protective puts kicked in, don't lose nearly as much. That's good. And that's what I like about it, the fact that they're doing the protective puts. I like that a lot. So TSYY tends to recover because Tesla is very volatile. That's true. It's perfect with protective puts on a fund or a stock like Tesla, right? Pretty good. August was Richard Woolley's best month. Interesting. Okay, well, as we see, it actually pales in comparison to 2024, when it was like 64,000, with our best month being December. I was super excited in December when we got all these extra payouts basically because the market did so well. We were averaging in the good old days here a year ago, we were averaging 53, 59 per month. But of course, now we far exceed that in options. So those sources mainly come from, well, this is what's left in the portfolio right now. So it doesn't show anymore because I've pretty much moved everything out of this account into Fidelity. But keep in mind, the other strategy, which is like another dividend, that's like 50,000 on basically FDRXX and SMC, not SMC, but SPACs. That is making even more money than this dividend portfolio, because basically all this was, if we look at the history of it here, we should be able to click. Well, I pretty much went over, but let me look again at the dividends here. So I pretty much showed you what they were from the last like month or so. Let's see here. Oh, how nice. Look at that. Oh, this is my transfer basically. So yeah, I still hold Ulti. I still have to hold Tesla. I titled the video YieldMax, Roundhill, and Defiance because those are the main three drivers of the dividend income in the portfolio, of course. Let's see. How do you feel with yield trash going weekly on all the monthlies? I hope it stabilizes the NAV more because that's what we really need. Only have Misty, Ulti, and SMCY. Yeah, SMCY is kind of garbage, I would have to say. AIPI is good. FEPI is also nice. I want to get more FEPI. Once I start taking some profits from the strategy I'm doing, I will end up basically buying more stable dividend funds like FEPI. I'll probably get into some TSLP, and I'll probably even do some yield boost and some more of the stable weekly YieldMax too. What's the safest dividend S&P based for long term? I'd have to say on one of the indexes, probably some of your weekly, either Roundhill or YieldMax weekly ETFs. Let's see. If you would love to learn how to trade options, I offer one-on-one sessions. If you would like to book one, you can either reach me on Discord. You can reach me through email, lifechangingfinancialconsults@gmail.com. I do have a website, so there's multiple ways to reach me. And the fact that you're a Sith, we offer a discount for that too. Kidding. Actually, there's a premium for being a Sith. If you're a Jedi, we offer a discount. Or do we? Well, you'll find out when you schedule a one-on-one with me. But everyone doing one-on-ones is very happy with their results. So anyway, this is just the details of the transfer here. You think XPay? I don't know. I might have to say Ixnay on the XPay. XPay. No, I think you're right, actually. It's definitely stable since April. It's up 15%. XDTE is one of my favorites. You've got XDTE. Oh, well, you're on the dark side. Yeah, well, I said there was a SIF discount, didn't I? If I say there's discounts for both, then I can't be wrong. I cover all my bases, right? That's awesome. So with that being said, yeah, I'm just having you all look and ruminate over my transfer here. This all moved to Fidelity. So that's that. So pretty much I have everything with Fidelity now. Discord's been blowing up a lot more lately. So that's a good thing. Lately. Just a second here. Got an echo. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, Discord is doing really well. If you all are not in Discord, definitely join in. And yeah, we share all my trades there, all the, these options trading ideas and whatnot. So it's, really great. Absolutely really great. For sure. So you'll see here, I transferred Misty, Tesla, Ulti. These are like all my YieldMax holdings. YMAG, Coney, MSTU also is a dividend payer. And then Clip, I still have Crane shares, of course. So yeah, Crane shares, and that one reverse split, definitely. And then let's see here. What do we have? How do you feel about YieldMax not doing reverse split until they are required to? This means higher margin maintenance when it falls too low. I don't know. I think like on what's the one, MRNY, I think they would definitely do for a reverse split. Coke commercial, not sure about that one. They didn't have me in it. So, once they have me in it, then we'll know it's a banger. All right, let's see. So the rest of these. So Clip, QQQY, SMCX. That's the ones that I have. So what's interesting, this is the cash balance here. So what's cool, if you multiply this by 0.04, this is how much I'm going to enhance my basically passive income from just the money market, because this is the cash collateral from all the put transactions, all that. So that's another basically 20,798 per year, which is another 1733 per month. So that's a nice chunk of passive income just by moving to Fidelity. Like I said, it's like free money. So anyway, Rigetti Computer, nice to do options. What is that? Oh, that company? Yeah, but it's you never know. Yeah, I've just talked to someone who was in the Rigetti fund, and who knows if it's going to keep going up or not. Who knows? Let's see. So yeah, that is basically what was all transferred over. That is the dividends. You see, it was much higher last year. And then bonus content here, the final realized gain and loss from the from the period here before the move, 237 and $67.11. So this is where the real money's being made, folks. You could basically buy calls to make money, but you could sell puts. Selling options makes a lot as well. One note I want to leave you all on here on a different subject here. I know that the haters love to come out of the woodwork when the market drops. Of course, we only have a few really bad days of the year when the market's really down. But what I want to show you all here, because I was actually looking at Rigetti this morning. So I see Rigetti, it's risky. You might want to do protective puts for earnings because you don't know if the earnings are going to beat or not. So you might want to do protective puts on that one. I wouldn't buy calls because it's just too volatile. But as bonus content here, let's look at SMCX real quick, because obviously, the haters want to cherry pick Friday because Friday was down like 17%. So they're all, it's like, it's like flies coming to the light. They like to come out of the woodwork for this, but what they won't tell you is how well we've done since August 1st. So if we go back here, just look at September 10th here. September 10th, we were at $35. We got all the way up to $56. That was a $21 gain. Yeah, we lost $10, but more than likely it's going to rebound. I'm very bullish on this one because, like I said, once I see positive free cash flow, I'm super bullish on it. But what I want to show you all here, in the spirit of cherry picking, let's be positive with the cherry picking. How about that? And let's cherry pick a wider range and wider than just a day. So what I want to show you all here, so from August 1st, basically to the 9th, where I sold, by the way, and I want to show you all this. So it's only down from its peak. It's still down for the year, 75% since last year, because they had that issue with the filing and all of that. But we weren't participating in SMCX when all of that happened. But we want to look at is basically from, let's see, I believe it was August 12th when it bottomed out. And that's when I basically bought more, because it was, I knew it would recover and I knew it was buying dirt cheap. So if we look from August 12th to October 9th, look at that, a 43% gain. So that's what you won't hear about. The ones that I actually cashed out of, you won't hear a word on that one. And let me show you all this week. Let's just review this week's trades real quick. You'll see we'll go to current month real quick, but you'll see the latest one, we left on a high note. You see this gain here, we left Schwab on a high note. Like they say, when you play a sport, you want to go out on top. Well, we're absolutely going out on top when it comes to this, because you see this one here, that is SMCX there. So, forget Friday's drop and all that. That was our gain on SMCX going out of Schwab on top, basically. So it's one of my favorite strategies. I absolutely love it. Just realized I didn't share this tab. Let me switch over. Here we go. So share this tab instead. So what I'm showing you all here, before I left Schwab this week, absolutely went out on top. This whole gain here was SMCX. And you'll see here, forgetting Friday, because I got out before Friday. I don't really care what it did Friday, because I closed these before Friday. So, definitely went out on top. Anyway, let's do some more comments here real quick. Star Wars Coke. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Not as much of the new stuff, but definitely a big Star Wars fan. Rigetti Computer, nice to do. Oh yeah, we read that one. Not sell, sold to put. Yes. So there you go. There you go. Absolutely. SMCX. Yep. So we're all on the same page, folks. That's how we know we're in the right spot. Anyway, if you enjoyed this and you enjoy other content, you want to see more content like this, please smash that like button, like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord. And if y'all want a one-on-one session, y'all want to learn how to make 90% win rates on your trades throughout the year, reach out to me, because options, folks, is where it's at. If y'all want to learn how to do this, what I showed you here, y'all want to learn how to do this, or even this, feel free to reach out to me, because it's easier than you think. And I'm an email, a text, a Discord message away. All right, folks, take care. Have a great rest of your day.